where you come from, or what kind of gamer you think you are. Right now, at this exact moment, is absolutely the greatest time in history to love video games. Period. Umbrella Fight.
Wow, that's what I get for updating OBS right before a show, John. There you are. There we are. Hello, welcome to the Umbrella Fight podcast, testing and production as usual.
Let's go.
We are so excited to be here, and we're excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much for joining us. This is, of course, the one and only podcast on the internet that talks about video games. There are no other podcasts that talk about video games, no matter what you've heard.
None.
We thank you so much for being here. Oh, man. John, I'm angry right about now.
Me too. I can't lie.
I'm pissed. I'm about to crash out at Doom. But before we crash out, let's do our ritual that we always do. What's up? What's up, Regal? How you doing, brother? Glad to have you here. Glad you could join us for our collective quench. Oh, you know what really sucks?
Don't tell me you don't have a beverage.
I do. Okay. I do have a beverage. I thought I set it down somewhere else, but I do have a beverage. All right. Now that everybody's got a beverage in hand, let's go ahead and raise them up. Grab a canteen, jug, or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I've got water today. Raise them up. Say it loud. Say it proud. Umbrella fight, our circle tight. We shine together in the night with laughter loud and spirits in sync. Raise up your glass, and now we drink.
We drink. I can't find a button. Oh, there it is.
Oh, man. You got to have a button for your water, huh? That's some cyberpunk shit right there.
Right. Next thing you know, I'll have a screen.
Yeah. Water low. You need to drink. Reminder,
I
we
will
drink
say,
your water.
I will say they are upgrading. Kai's water bottle has a MagSafe built into it.
What?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah. He can like his bottle has like a thing like this, and he can like, boom, and just like magnetize his phone to it.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've wet our whistle, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let's crash out. I'm about to crash out at Doom.
Yeah, I want to hear what's going on.
Oh my God. Okay, so if you guys have been checking out the YouTube channel, I've been uploading some playthroughs of some really, really difficult levels, right? It's a custom WOD. It's 32 levels. It's called Simulacrum. First off, sick name. I love it. And it's so difficult that it's one of those map sets where it's not just a lot of enemies, it's insidiously placed enemies, right? So you've got like a little bit of prep time in a lot of the maps to gather what little ammo there is scattered about, and then you'll punch a button and then stuff like pops off, right? And the maps are designed in such a way so that no matter where you stand, you're going to get targeted by something, which is fine if that's what you're seeking. You're seeking a little bit of difficulty. But this isn't just a little bit of difficulty. It's a lot of bit of difficulty. And I signed up for it. So that isn't the problem. The problem is that I'm trying to record this episode. It's map 6. It's called, what's it called? Star... something. Hold on. I'll think of it. Anyway, it'll come to me in a second. Star Spawn. That's it. So Star Spawn starts off, I guess, easy enough. You start off in a little tiny room with a bunch of chain gunners that aren't facing you. So that's like where it pops off. And they toss you a megasphere so you can get your health and armor up to 200 right out of the gate. And then they give you a rocket launcher and send you out into this little lava pit. But then off to your right, you've got imps. Right in front of you, there's 2 Mancubi. Off to your left, a little more imps. And then off in the distance, there's an Archvile, my nemesis. He's not the problem. The problem is the chain gunners. So you have to spin around, shoot the chain gunners, get back in your little hidey hole, and hopefully you haven't. There's Devin. Hold on. Let's get Let's get Devin in here real quick. I'm gonna crash out with him in here. Hang tight. Let's do this.
Scene production.
We actually have to switch John and Devin. So there's Devin. Switch that out, and then John.
Ka-chow.
You're right here. There we go. Okay, all three of us are here. Devin, you missed the collective quench, brother. I'm sad, but you got a drink nonetheless. I'm really happy for you. There we go. He got his quench in.
Quenchiest.
The quenchiest of quenched. How are you doing, man? Are you feeling well?
I'm doing good. I had finished working out, and I had like the workout went really long, and then I like started cramming my face full of food. And that's when I realized, I looked at my phone, I was like, oh no.
You know what? That's okay. I appreciate it that you were delayed by something that is good for you. You know, working out feels good. Shoveling food into your face after a workout feels good. It's always awesome.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I'm glad you joined us. I'm about to crash out at Doom.
Oh no.
What? I was explaining. Okay, well, quick recap. I'm playing a megawatt. It's called Simulacrum. The really hard levels. The intro to this one level that I'm working on recording is really difficult. I was probably explaining a little too much. So fast forward a bit. There's little sections of this level that you can go through. The first opening section has a bunch of areas. Basically, no matter where you stand, there's enemies that are going to be coming for you. There's very little ammo, so you really have to ration what you're using. And then finally, when you get to this one little section, you drop down. There's a bunch of pinkies and revenants that show up, and you can use the pinkies to body all the rockets from the revenants. But then there's a cyber demon in the distance who's rocketing at you. So you got to get him to shoot some of those guys so they can distract him long enough for you to kill everybody else. Then they toss a bunch of archviles your way, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's fine. I can make it through all of that. But then they give you the red key, and they toss you in this room that's a big circle. Are you guys familiar with Revenants? John, I know you are. Devin, you've never played Doom.
I've not.
That still cracks me up to this day. That's cool, man. I'm not going to judge. But Revenants are
lover, it's insane.
It is kind of insane. Revenants are tall and thin, and they shoot rockets. And 50% of the time, those rockets are heat-seeking rockets.
Okay.
So if you can imagine a group of these guys, say 10 or so of them, on either side of this circle, when they spawn, they all start moving around the circle. Well, they're all mad at me. So they're firing rockets. Half of them are going off into the distance. The other half are following me around the circle because they turn. They have a decent turning radius. You can kind of sideswipe them a little bit. But if there's nothing to block the rocket, it'll come back around and hit you in the face. So as I'm circling around all these things, there's like 4 or 5 rockets typically that are following me. So I have to pay attention to the revenants in front of me, the revenants behind me, the rockets that are following me, and then these 2 upper areas that have Hell Knights, which are basically giant Minotaur-looking things that shoot green blobs of death at you. And it's all happening at once, and I've got very little ammo to deal with. And then layer on top of that, there is damaging floor. There's lava off to the side. So you have a minimal area that you can stand in. Otherwise, you're going to take 5 to 7 damage at any given time. It's brutal. It is a really, really hard section. The thing that it makes me mad isn't the section itself. It's that I have done this section successfully at least 4 times. And this last time I was recording today, like not an hour earlier from right now, I was recording and I could not do it. And it was making me so angry. I was like literally shouting at the top, not like at the top of my lungs, but you know.
Yeah. You got the rage in you.
I was getting up there. It was raging me big time.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I'm crashing out at this map a little bit because it's really, really, really difficult. And it's not just difficult with a lot of enemies. It's insidiously placed enemies, which is arguably worse, you know, because when you have a big cloud of enemies, you can kind of kite the cloud around and avoid all of the fireballs, and you start treating them as like a big cloud, like one clump, you know,
right?
And then circle strafe to win. You just fire rockets into the clump, and then the enemies explode, no problem.
Yep.
But when they're all moving autonomously around this really thin circle, and you're having to avoid their projectiles, It's really, really hard. I am actually, contrary to popular belief right now, I'm actually having fun with this WOD. It's really, really good for a hard WOD. I will probably pivot a little bit. I want to be able to get an episode up tomorrow, and I don't know that I can get through this, but I've played some really interesting WODs. So I'll probably be uploading an episode of something tomorrow, while I scooch through Simulacrum bit by bit. But yeah, that's what was pissing me off. And then yesterday I was trying to get through
Skill issue, bro.
It's totally a skill issue. It's 1,000% that.
That's what makes
Like,
it so bad, though.
It does. And you know what
You
sucks
can blame
is
no one else except yourself.
Yep. It's the Dark Souls curse. Doom is the Dark Souls of first-person shooters.
Yeah,
It totally is. So when I get stuck on something, a lot of these segments are very much combat puzzles. Like, should I stand here? Should I start should I initiate the fight in this location or that location? Should I move quickly or slowly? Is there any cover? Where is my ammo? Where is my health? Can I get to it quickly? Are they going to block this path if I go this way? Because the revenants, they'll straight up punch you. Like,
Yeah.
they're skeletons, but literally they'll just like and just they'll get you.
Huh.
So it's very much a combat puzzle. And as levels go, these are tippity top difficult combat puzzles. And I am having a good time with it, but it's definitely going to be a slow burn getting all that out. Ooh, so that's my minor crash out there.
Nice. Starting the podcast with a crash out. I love it.
Yeah. I don't normally crash out because I'm kind of used to the whole difficult thing.
John is muted or his volume is all the way down.
Is
I
he
think.
really?
Yeah. Double check that.
You were silenced. Oh no!
I don't know if that was
Oh no!
how long, but I noticed.
And you know what? That's what happens every now and then. I'll update OBS. Some nonsense will go down, and that'll be that. And hey, but you know what though? I think I know why. When I launched the intro segment, he was attached to your voice, and there is an auto thing that will raise up the volume after the intro song plays.
Oh, that makes sense.
But since he wasn't here and I switched him to that one and that macro didn't fire off, he was still muted. So, John, I apologize. I don't think we missed too much because you were just listening to me crash out.
I was intently listening. I actually wasn't even saying anything.
I appreciate that. I know it's not like super great content to just bitch and moan all the time because it's definitely a skill issue. What I was getting at is that sometimes when you're looking at these combat puzzles, you're like, okay, somebody has done this before. It's not impossible. So I'll pull up on YouTube or something and I'll check out, just whoever I can to watch them go through it and be like, oh, okay, that's how they did it. That's interesting. I can try that strategy. Watching them do this, it's like, oh, it's that easy. And then I try exactly that and it doesn't work out for me because XYZ. It's a lot of RNG involved with how the enemies move, what happens when you move. They do different things. It's just, you can't replicate it one-to-one. And it's very difficult. But nevertheless, I'll make it. I'll get there.
I understand, like, that would piss me off too if it's like, I've done this before. Why can't I do this now?
Yes, 100%.
That's an infuriating feeling in just life.
Totally. That's an IRL thing that definitely carries over. And multiple times. I've done it multiple times.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
But it's okay. I actually have not completed that level either because, guys, when I tell you, so there's a term in Doom called slaughter, a slaughter map. Slaughter is basically a giant pile of enemies of, could be one enemy, could be 5 different types of enemies, but it's huge, giant swaths of enemies. And this slaughter at the end of Star Spawn is really, really, really brutal because you've got guys that are up on cliff areas. You've got a ton of different types of enemies that spawn in. You've got 2 cyber demons one on each end of the court, and they're coming for you, and they don't give you the BFG until that slaughter, and it's in the middle of the arena. So you have to get to the middle of the arena, wherein everybody starts getting pissed off and coming for you. So you have to start in fights between the enemies, but that may or may not occur before the cyber demon decides to start targeting you, or both of them to start targeting you. And it makes it really stressful and chaotic. And don't get me wrong, I love it. It's really cool, especially when it works out. The annoying part about that one is when I did watch somebody finish it, his commentary over it was like, yeah, so this little slaughter arena, it's actually pretty easy. It's not one of the hardest I've ever done. And I just watch him like coast through this, no problem. Like he just knows some stuff that I don't, you know?
Yeah, like what does he know that I don't? That pisses me off.
What is he in sync with these enemies that I'm not in sync with right now?
A full-time job, probably.
You know, I'm not here to talk mess, but you definitely have to have more hours than I have to be able to put into Doom. Even though you wouldn't know it, I play the fucking thing.
At bare minimum, he has a full-time job but no family.
Yeah, bare minimum.
Bare minimum, you know. And kudos to him. Some people are just better at video games than I am.
Yeah, that honestly, facts.
That's all there is to it. I mean, you've seen these people with like a loincloth and a club, and they kill like Gwyn, the Lord of the First Cinder in Dark Souls, and they're like, yeah, this is a pretty easy strategy you can employ, and you watch him just like whoop the shit out of this final boss.
Not get hit.
SL1.
Thanks.
Come on, guys. Brutal. Okay, I think I'm done crashing out at Doom. I will pump it up a little bit though, because I've been playing some really interesting WADs that have just some really beautiful architecture. And I think I talk about this, past couple episodes, so I won't dwell on it too much. But there's one that I've played recently where the primary color in every level is purple. It's just purple everywhere. And it's kind of awesome because you don't really see purple all that much in Doom. It's a lot of browns and reds and maybe sometimes blues here and there. But the purple is a nice change of pace. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah.
Man, I want to play Doom now.
Oh, right. I don't want to play Doom ever again at the moment.
I want to get some 2016 Doom in.
Doom 2016 is such a good iteration.
Peak game. It's like DS3.
Yeah.
Just peak.
Okay. I have a hot take on Dark Souls. It's that Dark Souls 1 is mediocre, Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 3 is peak Dark Souls. People do not agree with this at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody hates Dark Souls 2.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, my brother does not like Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 is the redheaded stepchild for sure.
Yeah, he played the shit out of it, but he hated it while he played it.
Yeah, that's like the Stockholm syndrome Dark Souls fans have, is like, man, this game is so terrible. Playtime 728 hours.
Yeah. No, actually,
I hate this game.
Hold on, let's see, because I didn't play that shit. Not a freaking more than like 10 hours. But let me see. Dark Souls.
Yeah, what's your playtime on that?
I'm gonna call it out because I know he played it on my account. 443 hours.
Yep, there it is.
Yep,
there it is. Hates the game. 443 hours.
Many such cases.
Many such cases. Sad.
Many such cases.
Let me look at. I gotta look at my. Let's see. What do I have? Scholar of the First Sin. Oh, mine only says 37 hours because I mainly played. I played this one on my PlayStation 5.
Yes.
So I probably have 200 or so, at least 180 hours on that one.
You had like definitely a full playthrough recently, but you did a parallel playthrough with that one, right? Like you had another one.
I did. I had my first playthrough and then I always like going back at the beginning of a game and just trying, like, knowing the knowledge. John, you're well aware of this. You play the Cyberpunk game. When you get into it, you're like, I know exactly where to go. I know exactly what to get. I know how to deal with every one of these enemies. It's a power trip. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit of a power trip.
And it also makes like the flow of the game really nice. Like I've got Elden Ring experience this week that we'll go into, but it's like being able to. I was telling my wife the flow. I was like, Elden Ring. There's a part of it that's like, yeah, you need to go and discover and get wrecked by a few things. But also, that's not necessarily entirely what the game is. Like the flow and the dance of the combat is really where everything shines. And most like the way that I've actually almost always played a Dark Souls game is not 100%, but I'll have a walkthrough on my other monitor or on my phone. And it's like it's just to make sure I don't miss something that is like really important that I just don't want to have to go back and get. Like I'm not going to look up the guide on what's the most optimized way to beat this enemy. And like, I'm going to fight everything, but like, I just don't want to miss something that like would just make my gameplay like more enjoyable or something.
Yeah,
so I always
that's a valid strategy, I think, especially at the stage of life you're in. You've got a job, you've got a wife, you've got stuff to do.
Around Elden Ring, like
trying to be fucking around in Elden Ring for 10 hours needlessly.
Yeah, like trying to figure out where the hell am I supposed to even go? Like, what the heck? Like, I can't fight this guy. I'm stuck here. And where do I like? You want me to just roam around until I run into a dungeon or something? I don't know. So yeah, it's one of those where it's like it's not that important. Like, it doesn't really retract from the game. There's moments that you know, are iconic in the Souls series where you know, you just come around the corner, you're gonna get freaking exploded by like 4 bombs by an enemy that was hiding and crouched in a corner that waited for you to go and open a damn door or something. And it's like, why did you sit in that corner? I was right there. You could have hit me. Like, but you know, that's the beauty of it.
I think that's one of the things that people hate about Dark Souls 2 the most is that when you play, so there's 2 versions of it as well. There's Scholar of the First Sin, and it introduces a lot of changes in enemy placement. A number of enemies are cranked up. There's a lot more. And then when you get into New Game Plus, it's even worse. And the placement of the enemies is insidious in a way that is not fun a lot of times.
It hates you.
The game is actively trying to kill you. Not just like, watch out for this enemy. No, these enemies are gunning for your blood. And I think there's a huge difference between going back to what you said about having a walkthrough. There's a huge difference between spending 2 hours mindlessly trying to figure out where to go and spending 2 hours getting destroyed by Margit the Fell, right?
Yes. And
I did that recently.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to avoid that with a walkthrough. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not, unless you find like a walkthrough that's like, hey, you can completely cheese this battle if you stand on this little pixel.
Yeah.
And he just can't hit you.
That's not fun. Like, that's not fun.
Yeah, that's not what we're looking to do. We want to fight the enemies and we want to experience it. It's just like, I just don't want to be hung up on like the maze, the never-ending maze that is a Souls game, which is a part of its beauty, to be fair, and has value there. But like, damn, dude, I can't do that for an hour and not accomplish anything because, like you said, like I mean, I've got a job, dude. Like I'm going to school. I can't do that. Like I can't just fart around. Like I just want to play the game.
Yeah.
But
I had that recently with Margit because I hadn't played Elden Ring since I was able to play it through your library, and then when you left, I didn't have. Luckily, I finished it, start to finish. I had beaten the game before, but man, when when you know how Dark Souls is, and any Souls, like if you don't use it, you lose it. I was getting destroyed by Margit the Fell Omen, and I kept having to hear him say his closing line over and over. It was making me mad. But then I watched somebody kind of like show like a little tutorial on it, and I learned that you can parry like basically everything he throws at you.
Yeah. Yes.
Except for the magic. And I was like, oh, okay. So I spent the next hour learning to parry every move that I could, knowing that I was going to die. And I felt productive learning something, not just wandering around in a maze. Also, people hate Dark Souls 2. Man, I'm all over the place today. People hate Dark Souls 2 because of a very key area. It's called the Frigid Outskirts.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. It's straight up awful. It's a snowy area and there's a blizzard going on, so you can't see anything. And the boss that you need to fight is, I'm not joking, it's about a 7-minute run from point A to point B. So this run back whenever you die is 7 minutes long. Yep. And then on top of that, you're probably going to die in between from the start to the finish, because there's these like demon reindeer, whatever they are, that'll show up out of nowhere and you can't see them. And you have to try and avoid those guys. There's like a few castles along the way, so you got to kill some enemies. And then when you get to that boss is like, it's kind of a lazy boss. I'm not going to lie. Because in that DLC, there's one that's called something the King's Pet. It's a giant like cat which is invisible. Dark Souls 2 sucks. Now that I'm talking about it, because reasons. You can turn him You can make him seeable at some point, but there's 2 of those King's pets. Like you just have to fight 2 at the same time, which I find to be a lazy boss. So that particular area is a sore spot for a lot of Souls players. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 is peak though. I think Dark Souls 3 is so good.
Dark Souls perfected.
I agree. It's like if Elden Ring, I think is the formula for Souls perfected. But as far as Dark Souls is concerned, Dark Souls 3 did it the best. It feels the best. I don't have a problem with many of the bosses. There's a couple that are like, all right, well, this is a little silly, but it is what it is. I think it looks the best too, which, take it or leave it. Running at 60 frames a second and not 30, because Dark Souls 1 natively runs at 30, and you have to basically fix it for you to play it correctly. If I have to apply fixes to the game, I'm not going to judge it based on the fixed version. I'm going to judge it based on the original version. So,
yeah, big time.
Big points docked off for that. Sorry, not sorry. DS1 is bottom of the barrel.
Old game, man. It's an old game.
Yeah, I mean, Kingsfield sucks. Let's be real. It's not fun. Or it's hard to play, I should say. Some people probably have fun with it, but for me, it's not. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Okay. I think I've done crashing out.
Anybody 400 hours of it, I guess, right?
So true. So true.
Prepared. Well, wait, here's my Prepare to Die edition.
Do you have the Prepare to Die edition?
I do.
Dude, you can't buy that on Steam anymore.
Oh, there you go. I've got the secret
That's
edition.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got 15 hours in it because I've tried to start it several times, and I get 2 hours in and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
We've got 125, it looks like.
125?
Yeah, 125.
All right. That's respectable, I'd say.
Respectable. It's not me. It's definitely my brother. That was not me.
Your brother probably knows that game inside and out then, huh?
Oh, yeah, because he played that, I think, console side majority, and then he played again on my PC once. Like I was like, oh, I'll buy it and I'll play it, and then I never did, and then he was like, I'll play it.
And I really like Dark Souls 1. Can't lie.
Do you really?
I like that game.
My older brother loves it too. He's like, I think he has to have played 3 at this point. I don't know where he would have played it, but he has to have played it. But man, he loves the clunkiness of it. Like that he feels like that's a he feels like it's a feature.
That's
not
a feature,
like a bug. Yeah. Like all the clunkiness to it, he's like, that is a part of the experience of Dark Souls 1 and what makes you hate it.
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, I played Verho Curse of Faces, and it has some clunk to it. It's got some jank here and there. Even Dark Souls 2, my God, the hitboxes of some of the enemy swords, like, what even are these? Like, come on.
Yeah. So this is maybe one that you can't necessarily relate to, but or maybe you can, I don't know. Oblivion, when they did the remaster version, part of what they were trying to do is to keep some of that, like, that historical funk about the game, right?
I can respect that big time.
Mm-hmm.
So this Oblivion remaster, have you played it?
I have not. I did not play it. It's on my wish list, but I don't want to drop like 60 bands on that's what it feels like. Or I think it's $60.
It's only 40 if I recall correctly.
Yeah, regardless.
40.
I own the original game. I don't know if I can justify for graphics and some like quality of life updates. They have like sprinting to the game. You know what I mean?
I don't mean to like crap on anybody's work, but a remaster like that, it's $20. Sorry. That I don't know what to tell you. It's $20. That's what it feels like to me.
Here we go. Yeah.
I bought the Dark Souls 1 remaster.
What did they remaster in it, John? Don't worry, I'll answer it for you. Nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Their bank account.
Guys, I remember booting it, walking around, I mean, this is the same game.
You got hoodwinked, bro.
This is the same game. It's just on my Xbox One now.
It's so unfortunate.
It's disappointing.
I'm having trouble thinking of a remaster that I don't know of a remaster that I enjoyed more than the original.
A peak remaster.
Except, well, no, it's not even a remaster. It's a remake. It's an entirely different game. Silent Hill 2 remake. They even call it a remake because the original one, it's like more of a third person action adventure, but more the camera's more pulled out in a lot of ways. Like this is more of a modern over the shoulder type of situation. They revamped entire areas, added new stuff. Like the things that are going on with this remake it's a totally new game while still maintaining the core of what a Silent Hill 2 experience ought to be. If you're going to do remakes, that is how you do them. And then the Dead Space, they had, I don't know if they call it a remake or a remaster, but it's excellent as well. It's very faithful, but
It's on my list, bro. I need to check it out.
You have got to play it. I booted it up and I played about an hour and a half of it. Unfortunately, something else grabbed my attention at the moment. I think I can't remember what had come out at the time that I was playing it, but I didn't put it down because I didn't like it. I put it down for other reasons because it was awesome. It's so fun. And then on top of that, John, you'll really like the story in Dead Space, like the way it unfolds.
I watched there's a YouTuber called the Rad Brad. And
shout out to Rad Brad.
He would just do playthroughs of games, like early YouTube. Like it was crazy. And I watched him play through Dead Space and was like, one day I will play this game.
Yeah, it's excellent for sure.
That and Mass Effect. I want to play Mass Effect.
Yeah, I think Mass Effect is kind of up your alley too. I'm probably never going to play Mass Effect, even though I know of its like renown. But that's only because people when they play it, they're like, man, it's massive and there's a lot of choices you can make, and like I don't know. Sometimes I just don't have time for that. Maybe one day, but it seems like it's geared for somebody like yourself, John, for sure.
It'd be a great game to check out.
Yeah.
So Diablo 2, they came out with their Resurrection Edition, where they remastered the game, and I think it has really good reviews. I don't know if you'd classify it as a remake or a remaster, but they completely overhauled the graphics. They added a few features, like quality of life stuff.
That's sick. I'm into it, bro.
Yeah.
Did you know this is a recent drop? Diablo 2 just came out with a brand new DLC. Like some 23 years after it got released, they were like, "Yep, new content. Here you go. It's a DLC."
Yeah, because the Diablo 2 is it on the Diablo 2 Resurrected Edition?
I don't think it's included with the Resurrected Edition. I think it's like it may or may not even be out just yet. Let me see. Diablo 2. Jamie, look that shit up.
Yeah,
I don't understand how does that work? Like there's a Diablo 4, but they're still making content for Diablo 2.
It introduces an entirely new class as well called the Warlock.
Yeah.
And let's see. It features new gameplay mechanics, challenges, and quality of life improvements. And it's for Diablo 2 Resurrected. It's not with Diablo 2 Resurrected. Wow. That's crazy. Reign of the Warlock is the title of it. So yeah, that's a thing. I think it's really cool that I don't mean to speak positively of Blizzard, but
oh yeah, facts.
They did a good,
Yeah, no, they did a good. I think the from what I understand, again, I am not in that realm of Diablo fans or players, but from what I understood, it did pretty well on launch. Like when they dropped the new edition there, it was pretty popular, and people were given high praises. I guess that was like peak Diablo. Like there's like vanilla WoW, and it's like, oh, that's
some people say
beloved. So Diablo 2, I guess, was the peak Diablo.
So I like Diablo 2. I don't love it. And maybe this is because of some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but I like Diablo 3 better. There's a lot of smoothness to the gameplay. There's a quality of life about it that I really enjoy. It took them a while to get to the point because they had like a shop in Diablo, like a marketplace. That's what it is in Diablo 3 for a little bit. And it was broken as fuck. I mean, just like people gaming it and doing all kinds of nonsense. But there's a good loop for the thing now, and they do seasons and release all kind. They make changes, so the meta changes all the time. I don't know. It felt cared for in a way that I really enjoyed. But again, I don't like Activision Blizzard. I kind of don't play their shit. So
Yeah, screw them.
yeah, they make decisions that I don't much care for, and they feel gross as a company. So I stay away from their shit. However, that demo we played recently, Dark Haven. That's it. Dark Haven's awesome. I can't wait to play that.
Had like a
So-
2 gig update.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I guess they got some
pretty-
feedback during their Steam Next Fest,
Pretty
huh?
beefy
Yeah.
update.
Well,
for a
I mean,
demo.
there was a lot of like half baked things in there. It was a demo, I think an alpha demo even. There was a lot of half baked things that were in it, and I imagine they got some feedback, and B were just like building off of the game that they already had in service of full release one day. So good for them. Yeah, man. Remasters are a touchy subject. They're working on a remaster right now of one of my absolute favorite games, and I'm really scared by what I see. The screenshots look awful. It's a remaster of Deus Ex, and it's the original game, the original campaign, everything. But it basically looks like AI slop at this point. I mean, it's just
Oh, don't say that.
it's tragic. I hate
Who's
it.
doing the remaster?
That's a great question. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to get Jamie to look that shit up.
DLSS 5.
It kind of reminds me of
God.
Oh, dude, I guess we have to talk about that, huh?
I was gonna bring it
We
up.
have to.
Okay. Well, let's get into
have
that
to.
because Deus Ex Remastered. Hold on, let me see. Where's the company for this? Aspire. I think that was one of the sticking points on it. Is that Aspire, ASPYR, is doing the thing, because they did a remaster of a bunch of different games. I think Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6, Star Wars Force Unleashed, Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, Civilization 6 DLC of
That
some
game
sort.
got Star Wars Force Unleashed got a remaster.
I guess.
What?
I don't know if they actually did the whole game though. I mean, the website is sort of leaning like they did. Let's see if I can look them up. There's usually a list of games ported. Okay, they port games. That's what they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they'll port games like back in the late 90s. It looks like they did Tomb Raider 2 to the Mac, Deus Ex to the Mac, The Sims to the Mac. They do a lot of Mac ports, is what it looks like. But they're
Interesting.
remastering one of the most beloved immersive simulation games in Deus Ex, and that really makes me nervous.
And they've never done a remaster before?
No, they've done well, I can't say for certain that they've done the remaster themselves, but they did do the ports.
I don't know, Nathan.
Yeah, no, they've done remasters of like Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2. I mean, I don't have high hopes. It looks terrible to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mm.
That being said, if they are using AI to help streamline their art process, it's going to be very apparent. The game's not going to sell well. I don't think I'm going to buy it unless it's like $10. And frankly, it looks like DLSS 5. That it really does, like this AI upscaling that they're doing. What the hell happened with that, by the way? Oh my God. Even
Whoa.
NVIDIA was like, yo, hey, well, maybe, hey, oh, well, It's like everybody got mad and started shouting at them, and then NVIDIA's like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, hey, just kidding. Maybe we shouldn't have shown you this.
We were kidding.
Yeah, just a joke, guys." But
Just
it's totally
prank.
not a joke.
Not even a little bit.
How do you guys feel about this?
Oh God.
I could see the headache forming.
So all right.
Oh yeah, go John, go for
All
it,
right.
dude.
All right. So me and Devin talked about this a little bit at work today. And so one thing I feel like is a big point to, because there's data behind this, is that one thing that Devin mentioned was an actual study that was done where they put in front of gamers, right, DLSS 5, then they put on no DLSS, and their job was to see if they could tell the difference. Devin, correct me if I'm wrong, but the numbers where it was 60%, the majority.
Yeah, hold on. I'll give the numbers. So
Go ahead.
it was a blind test conducted in 2026. It was 6,700 participants.
It's a lot.
For DLSS 4.5. It was blind, so they had like two monitors, so they had three monitors. They had a DLSS, they had a normal native rendering, and then they had an AMD FSR. So they had 48.2% preferred NVIDIA DLSS over native rendering with TAA at 24%, so over double. And then AMD FSR at 15%. And then there was roughly 13% of people who were just like, I can't tell a difference.
I don't know.
I don't know what's different about it. So yeah. Go ahead, John. Take over.
So before you can't tell, unfortunately. I feel bad saying you can't. The numbers say you can't. The majority of the time, you won't be able to tell the difference. Sorry, not sorry.
Data shows.
Right. The data shows.
6,700 people.
Yes.
That is like overwhelming support. That you will not only you will not only not be able to tell, you will actually prefer it.
You will think it's better.
Hold on. Back it up just a second.
Yeah.
You're telling me 48% preferred the native resolution?
No, they preferred DLSS over native and AMD FSR.
Man,
48%, half of that preferred. So the 48% was they preferred, they chose, right, blind. They're like, I like that monitor the best, and that was DLSS. 48% of people did that out of 6,700 people. So it means over 3,000 people, or about 3,000 people or so, right, roughly, chose that monitor. They chose that monitor. And we're like, this looks
the best. This one here.
Blind.
And it was blind.
And then only 24% chose the native resolution. And then 15% chose AMDs.
So the only way that they're going to spin that internally is like, look, the majority of people preferred this DLSS. That's what they'll say.
Yes.
Of course. And why wouldn't they?
Yeah, because it allows them to sell it.
The numbers show. So it's unfortunate.
But more than half did not choose it. And you know what? Actually, you know what I'm taken aback by is the 13% that were like, I can't tell.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Holy
13% reporting no visible difference.
That really shines a light on something, because there's got to be a subset of there is clearly a subset of the population that's like, I can't tell that there's a difference between 64480 and 1080p. That's the same thing.
Looks great.
Looks awesome.
Looks good.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, they were probably being honest. Like, if you're not a perceptive like gamer or anything like that, maybe you're a couch potato gamer and like just got the controller, you play maybe, I don't know, just like a chill vibe game, and like you're not looking at graphic fidelity ever, and then they put you in front of that test, and it's like, yeah, I've never looked at graphics before like that, so I don't know. I guess they all look good to me, right? So I can't really tell a difference. And then you have people who are like, into CS:GO, and they're like, well, I could see the breakage here in the graphic and
Yep.
and so you have those people, but 48%, dude, 48%. That is half, bro. That is half.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, all this says is that it's here to stay and it's going to happen.
It's not going
Not
anywhere.
going away. It doesn't matter what you think.
It doesn't matter what you think now because they
So-
did a 6,700 person study.
So my take is I was hesitant. I will be completely true. I was not happy about them basically throwing native rendering away, where we're relying on the AI functions to be able to do those. But dude, like, it's clearly crushing it. And I will say, all of the DLSS enabled games that I play, man, they just run really good. They do. They're like, when you stop stop looking and trying to nitpick the little graphic issues here and there that DLSS sometimes has, because I'm a perceptive eye, so I do know what it's doing, so I can understand where it will fail. I know where it falls short, so I can look at that and go, okay, it's failing here. But when you stop doing that, you just play the freaking game. Like, just enjoy your game. Like, play your game, bro.
game.
Yeah, stop like nitpicking the graphics and enjoy the video game. I think that for the performance you're gaining, the perceived performance, I should say.
There it is. There it is.
But what is perception is your reality, my friend. So if you're perceiving that it's better, the only places that it wouldn't be applicable is in an esport title.
Yes.
That would be the only place that I could say you're not allowed to do that, is in an esport, because the perception needs to be the reality, not necessarily that what you perceive is your reality.
Here's the thing. Okay. I can see the value add for somebody who is concerned about the way the game looks, has to be tippity top, graphics, whatever. I don't care about that. So the issue becomes, why do I need this? Why are you making me? Because every graphics card after this is going to have that. And then are we going to train our developers that, oh, don't worry, you can do a half-assed job on your graphics. DLSS will just pick up the slack. AI is going to make it look that way. And then on top of that, the artists that are making the art for these games, they're putting in the hours to make it look a specific way. DLSS may or may not get them to the end result that they were hoping for, that they were trying to achieve. It completely destroys the point of them making this particular art set. And, might work for some games, not going to work for all of them. And in the end, what difference does it actually make? Does the game play good? I played Doom, for fuck's sake. It's from 1993. Okay. I clearly don't care about graphics.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, there's some charm to a blocky character. Like, take a look at Resident Evil 2 from 1998. Looks awful by today's standards.
Hey, Laura Croft, come on. Those Tomb Raider games.
Come on. Everybody loves some polygonal titties, okay? Everybody loves Laura Croft.
Come on, brother.
Yeah. I feel you. Actually, speaking of 64, the 64 version, this is something we could talk about another time, but the 64 version of Resident Evil 2, they had to pack a double disc video game, 1.7 gigabytes, roughly. Yeah, roughly in that ballpark, 1.5 gigs, onto a 64 megabyte cartridge.
Whoa.
Yeah, you should look it up sometime. It's a technical feat that they were able to do that, and both campaigns are on there. It's so impressive. It looks terrible in some places, but it's impressive nonetheless. Anyway, I digress. I hate that this is happening, because it's going to happen everywhere. It's going to be ubiquitous. All these graphics cards are going to have this functionality that I don't care about, and all it is going to do is inflate the price of my graphics card purchases by another $150. And they're already astronomical. Yeah. It's already a problem, and you want to add more of that to the issue. I'm not buying it. Literally. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to find like Joe Blow's graphics cards. It's like, we make a graphics card the old way.
No one's gonna do it. The
I
thing
don't
is that-
know. I don't know how we can win.
No,
We
you
can't.
can't.
We
No,
can't.
you can't. It's a lost battle already, and that's I think it's not the. I'm not looking at it as a defeat. I'm looking at it as maybe I was wrong. It's the don't be a boomer like mindset for myself, where like this is
That's fair.
a new way to quote unquote natively render the graphics, right? What we perceive as native rendering was not always how we rendered things, right? nvidia was the inventor of how we currently do that for video games. They recreated rendering graphics, and they just did it again, right? And they're just utilizing AI to be able to do some of that rendering, because that's just the way that their company went and figured it out and was like, oh, this freaking works. And so there's like a part of me that goes, yeah, I want to hang on to that native rendering, but man, the future clearly, and the numbers show it clearly, it is sufficient. It doesn't degrade the quality of what we see and what we perceive. It is only getting better. So the performance issues that we're seeing with it is only getting better. So it's becoming closer to the native resolution in terms of performance.
You know that picture online of that one guy wearing a white shirt and everybody else has a black shirt on, and he's pointing at them and he says, "Yes, you all are wrong."
Yeah,
That's me. I'm sorry. I look at the DLSS stuff and it's
You're
like,
not-
this
not
looks
alone.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
goofy.
Devin, you're just spitting numbers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I think
Yep.
that's the part that's rough, right? Is
Yep.
because that's all it boils down to from that perspective is just numbers.
Yeah, and isn't that what the corpos do at the end of the day for like the trash we talk about some video games, like an Assassin's Creed, for example? People buy it, their numbers, but you know, I don't mean to get all true gamer on you here, but the folks who are passionate about gaming in a specific way don't like that. When I looked at the comparison on a lot of the games, I preferred the original rendering of the art. I liked what the artist had put, the intent that they put into it. Blocky, low poly, if that was the case. In some cases, it changed how the character looked entirely, and it made them look stupid and goofy.
Yeah.
That was the word that I landed on a lot, was this looks goofy.
Yeah, I will say my problem with the way that they're moving DLSS is not necessarily it's not that we're rendering the graphics in a new way. It's that we're creating something that was not originally there, in terms of the visual effect, right? I think that's what you're really getting at is it's not, hey, I don't want you to render my graphics this way. It's I don't want you to change my graphics this way. Like, can you just give me the performance, give me the beauty there, but like don't change my graphics.
I was just about to play devil's advocate on myself a bit, because let's take Doom, for example. We can just do what I know and have been playing. What is an imp? An imp looks a specific way, but what is the imp? Literally just a few numbers on a notepad.
Pixel.
That's it. It's pixels. And it's told you need to render these pixels in this way, and it's going to render it like that every time. Here's my question, and maybe you guys can answer this. You might have more information than I do. When I flip on DLSS 5 for any specific game, will it always look a specific way, or will it change a little bit here and there every time because AI is doing guesswork? Is not the guesswork something that we are like, hey, I don't know about this AI answer. It answered this way last time, and now it's answering a different way this time. Is the guesswork going to change the final outcome, small or large? I don't know. That is a question that I would have to ask. And I would be asking that if I was an artist working on a development team.
I agree.
Is my intent to make this imp look like a brown imp? Is it going to be a slightly darker shade of brown? Are the muscles going to be in the right place? Does that even matter in the context of my game?
Right. I think that's the valid argument. I think that's a valid argument. I think we can't fight the fact that what they're doing in terms of rendering is effective. I think what we can fight is don't change my game, right? Like don't change the art in my game. Don't change. I mean, like how devastating. We've talked about, I think we talked about this maybe the last podcast, but we talked about like this art, this unspeakable thing that is pulled from a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, where there's just this beauty and craft in it that a bunch of people put into it, these artists, and they created something beautiful.
Hundreds of thousands of man
yeah.
hours worth of work.
Imagine that landscape that you like. Spoiler alerts, Red Dead Redemption 2 spoiler. When Arthur Morgan lays down and dies, right? And you're just looking out into the landscape, and it's just all AI generated, and you can just kind of tell, right? Or like maybe you can't tell. But like there's something that is like you don't get that same like emotional connection like we had talked about, where man, you can see the same painting one way and then see it another way, and for some reason one of them speaks to you and the other time it doesn't. And would there be enough variant in that to where one time you could have that experience and then the other time you wouldn't have that experience based on how the AI decided to render that graphic?
Totally. That's absolutely the question.
Yeah.
See, and you hit the nail on the head with the phrase, and you can just kind of tell. And I think is it a symptom of new technology? Is that where we're at? Oh, you can just kind of tell they use this, that, and the other. Like when
I think we get a false sense that we can tell. I think that blind study showed that we can't. I think that was that was the beauty of what they did there with the blind study. Is they were like, look, prove it. If it sucks, tell us.
Let us know.
Right? Hey, let us know which one is the best.
And then they have iterated on it at least 5 times. They are on version 5. They are clearly doing something better each time. You know, I'm not here to tear DLSS down. That's not what I'm doing. I'm having an internal conflict right now.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think about this, because on one hand, I've seen the comparisons back and forth and I've gone, ugh, but your argument is good. It's solid. What can I say? That 48% of the 6,700 pool of people said they liked it. It's raw data.
Numbers.
I mean, and you could be a part of that 24%, right? You probably would be a part of that 24%. If you looked up there, you could probably tell. But what the numbers are saying is the majority won't, which means the technology will be continued to be driven as the primary source of rendering, which means eventually it will become better than native rendering.
And that's okay. I'm good with that. Here's how to solve all of this DLSS problem. On and off switch. Yeah. Done. Give me the option. Give me the option to do this. One of the things that I hate in video games in general is not having, like, if I go into your options menu and it's like volume and volume for music and that's it, I have questions.
Yeah, bro, what are we doing?
Lots of questions, because I have this PC because I like to customize it and make it my own, and I need to be able to flex specific things. Yeah. And with specific games, you know, I have a 3060, but I can't crank Elden Ring up to ultra across the board. I've got to be able to swizzle it a little bit because I want to meet a specific look without sacrificing frame rate, and I have to find that sweet spot. But if you don't give me that option, what's to say that this DLSS stuff is going to be able to accommodate everybody?
Yeah.
You know, is there going to be a point where, like, oh, this game, because it uses the DLSS, there's no slider on how DLSS it actually is, if you could even call it that.
No, and I think that's going to become a reality, because as businesses have to focus on the more productive rendering format, then you're telling them to almost build the game right now in 2 different ways, one with DLSS and one without DLSS. There are games already that exist that require DLSS. Like, it's not an option. You have to have it enabled. The game will not function without it. And I think that will become more and more the reality, whether it's DLSS or the FSR or whatever, but that AI component to rendering will become more prominent, which means it eventually will be just like native rendering was.
Be default.
And the default. Yeah, it's just the default.
Be default.
Thanks, NVIDIA. I hate it.
Yeah. Nathan's not sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
Be tossing and turning all night.
It's fine, whatever. There's no pleasing me when it comes to DLSS at the moment. I'm open to the idea that it might
I'm with
be
you.
good, great one day. I have seen renderings in different engines of, like, if you play Doom in GZ Doom, UZ Doom, DSDA Doom, Crispy Doom, there's all different engines and ports and ways of rendering it. Some of them look like shit to me. And the one that I'm using right now is called DSDA Doom, and it's really faithful to how it looks and feels. It's awesome. It's a really great engine, but there's a chunk to the graphics. There's jagged edges to these pixels, and I'm drawn to that. I'm always going to be drawn to that. That's just how my sensibilities are. Take a look at a Dead Cells. You can smooth out the graph. You could, in theory, apply DLSS to Dead Cells and make it look great, quote unquote. I like the 16-bit look. There's no getting around that. And if your DLSS is going to change how that game looks, I don't want it. I wanted that 16-bit look. Yeah. So are we going to get to the point where that's not possible anymore? I hope not.
Yeah, I would hope not. And I don't think it is. I think the developers have maybe a little more control about what's happening with that DLSS integration.
It's their game.
Yeah, it's their game. I think they can control the level in which it's changing things. I would assume, right? I'm completely going on a limb here, but it's more so like, okay, let's apply more here, on, I don't know, the body of the character, but let's make less of the face DLSS rendered or something along those lines. I would assume that it has to be something more granular in that context, because otherwise, I think that would be the looming problem. Is your DLSS is just taking over my game graphically and just doing stuff.
And there would be some bugginess, of course. I mean, there would have to be with AI.
Oh, I'm looking so forward to the jank ass shit gifs that we're gonna get out of this.
Oh man,
can't wait,
dude. We're already getting some peak memes right now, like absolutely amazing.
Bro, yes, I was just about to mention
the
great thing have been the memes, bro. The deal, it's like when RTX was first a thing, and the RTX on and off memes. Well, now we have DLSS 5 on and off memes.
Yeah, I love meme culture because it doesn't really matter what nvidia does. We're gonna get some funny memes out of it.
Yeah,
one of my favorites is the one where they have the Giga Chad guy, and it's
yes,
dudes who play classic games despite having bad graphics, but it's a Giga Chad and he's all blocky and looks terrible.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites. So I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, we'll just see where this goes. It's a new technology. We don't know all the facts yet.
We don't have much of a say either.
Because I mean, true.
Yeah, it's
that's real true.
Even on the devs perspective, at the gaming studios themselves, right? Even if they do get that granular with it, where maybe maybe they let DLSS handle more movement versus whatever, right? At the end of the day, right, they have a board to answer to, so it's even then, right, we don't have much of a say.
Yeah,
and eventually, right, we're just that last generation of gamers, right, that would remember a pre DLSS 5, but
right,
as everything, what I mean. If you're just some kid, right, you're just playing Rocket League, whatever, right, with your new graphics card, you don't care. You know what I mean? You're just playing your game.
Yep, that's
right?
True. And Devin, you said something at the beginning of the thing. I guess it makes sense. Just shut up and play your game. Does it look good? Are you having fun? Cool.
Because we have, one thing we have talked about on this podcast, that graphics don't matter many times. We have beat that point to death.
Two sides of the same coin, though. If graphics don't matter, then I shouldn't care that DLSS 5 is invading my turf, because it doesn't really matter what it looks like. I'm just going to be playing it anyway. Yeah. But also, now I'm having to pay an extra $150, $200 for a graphics card when graphics don't matter. This doesn't matter to me. It's not a value add.
Here's $1,500.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to remortgage my house just to get a fucking graphics card. Hey, you know what's funny? This DLSS 5, there's a trailer that NVIDIA dropped, and it has a 16% positive like to dislike ratio.
Whoa.
16%. It
People
has
are not
82,000
happy.
dislikes and 16,000 likes as of this
Wow.
recording.
Not happy. Oh man.
People are unhappy
Wow.
about
Where
it.
did they post that on?
This is on videogameschronicle.com. Shout outs to VG
see.
Chronicle. I like their reporting. It's very neutral. But man,
Wow.
people, where is this disconnect? Why is it that you are reporting a 48% like ratio in their little survey? What makes that survey different than the YouTube survey that people are looking at going, ugh, this is
People-
awful.
Hey, it's like Blizzard said, you think you want it, but you don't.
Did they say that?
Yeah, they talked about that for Vanilla WoW release. We
think you want it, but yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what it was.
Like, you think you want this, but you don't. You don't want it. They just were like, no, we actually we do want this.
Game companies love telling players what they want. They don't listen. We've gone over this ad nauseum.
Shout out Xbox. Shout out Xbox.
Shout outs to Xbox. Hey man, they've got it. You know what? Xbox has a product for people who don't like DLSS. It's called Xbox 360. Okay.
Red Rings of Death, my friend.
Hey, I'm sure Project Orion's going to do great work for them.
I'm so curious. You know what? Right now, there really isn't a better. The intro to our podcast says it's absolutely the best time to be playing about video games. To be playing video games is right now. I'm really glad that this is like such a first world problem to have. Oh, my graphics look too good. It's weird. Yeah. But also, like, there's still a pocket of the internet that is making games for people who don't give a shit about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wonder, will the developers on Steam who are like a small indie time developer, will they be able to bypass DLSS? They're like, we want to use the horsepower of the card, but this DLSS doesn't work for my art style. Will that be possible? I hope so.
I don't think it will be.
You don't think so?
No, because the way that they're producing the cards now. Well, I mean, it depends on how graphically intensive you want to get with native.
This is like hardware level.
Yeah,
bake it in like.
Well, deep. what they're doing is it's not even that, man. They're limiting like the video RAM, the RAM cache on the video cards themselves, because they're not needing as much to be able to
so
it's stuff like that was on the 5000 series card with nvidia, or the 50 series card with nvidia. That was the biggest complaint, is like, dude, y'all are not installing enough like RAM on these cards, and they were like, it doesn't need it as long as you're using DLSS. And that's was the
issue. There it is.
That's exactly. So they are pushing it from a hardware perspective. Because now,
I didn't think about that at all.
Now, what does that mean for the developers? I can't actually develop this without DLSS, without like frame generation.
What I'm hearing is that it's Team Red all the way, baby. Time to get some Radeon graphics cards.
No, man, because they're doing the same thing. If they're not doing, if you're not
FSR, is that what they call it on AMD
FSR
side? Mm-hmm.
Yep,
there it is. I mean, is this is a cynical look, but is this a push to bypass the fact that RAM got bought up by ChatGPT and now there's not enough RAM to go around? Is that what they're doing?
It's definitely a good excuse.
I mean, you could use that as an excuse, but I think that the 50 series cards came out significantly before.
It was like that before.
All of that.
That's fair. Yeah, I was just throwing something out there. Probably
it's
not.
Definitely
I wasn't drinking my own Kool-Aid there.
No, but it's an excuse to use. It's a valid thing to say.
See, the RAM's gotten up, and we care about the consumer.
We're trying to be.
Yeah, sure.
Well, because what they were saying, so they do have like, and maybe this is, maybe you're kind of right to some degree, but like the mid tier to low tier cards are the ones that struggle with RAM. If you want to do like more high end work or like way more intense gaming, then they do have the 5090 series that's like cranked up, and it's got like 32 gigs of video cache memory, and it's like way like that's huge, something like that. I think it's 32. And then the next tier down, I think it drops to like, oh man, it might be you're gonna catch me lying. It's either 24 or 16. It's something like that with the 5080. But it's a significant drop, and the reason that they were doing that is because they're like, well, if you're trying to do like more intensive AI work that's going to need more RAM, then you're going to want the 5090 anyway. And then if like you're just playing video games and using DLSS, well, all you need is this amount. It's like,
here's a quote from Jensen Huang, the nvidia CEO. This comes from Video Games Chronicle as well. I'll shout out our source here. It's a press Q&A with Tom's Hardware at GTC 2026. Huang downplayed the criticism of DLSS 5, claimed that developers will have full control over its implementation in their games. But I need you to listen to how he phrases this and see if you can find what I found, and immediately was like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Sorry, I just painted your I'm just going to read it. Yep. Well, first of all, they're completely wrong, the CEO said. The reason for that is because, as I have explained very carefully, DLSS 5 fuses controllability of the geometry and textures and everything about the game with generative AI. He added that developers can fine-tune the generative AI to make it match their game's visual style, claiming that DLSS 5 adds generative capability to existing game geometry, but that it doesn't change the artistic control. What's wrong with that, class? What's wrong with that here? It's generative AI. By its nature, it is doing guesswork.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. It's a little contradictory. I mean,
yeah, I see his point in what he's trying to say is like you can like this is what I was assuming. Yeah, that's what I was assuming is there's a slider. Like how much do you want it to guess, right? And you can say, hey, don't guess that much.
Fully turn it off though.
It sounds like at some point the game is just going to be like, oh, well, these polygons you wanted, and this is the art. Let me try my best.
I don't even think
generate regardless.
I think you run into optimization issue if you don't. That's what I was getting at. Is if they're crafting their hardware specifically for you to use DLSS in your game, and you crank that stuff all the way down, your game's going to run like crap, and no one's going to want to like play it because it's terrible. He says it's not post-processing at the frame level. It's generative control at the geometry level. I don't know what that means. All of that is in control, direct control of the game developer, he said.
We're like weeding off into some crazy technical areas.
Yeah, they're digging deep down a little bit. They're getting to the point where I feel like maybe he's trying to lose us in the tech. Like he's trying to leave us in the dust a little bit.
Yeah.
And Steve,
he's probably already lost most people.
Exactly. Yeah, most people are going to look at that. Oh yeah, no, it's control at the geometry level. People are going to say that now and not really know what it means. I don't even know what it means, and I've been doing this a while. I know a thing or two about computers sometimes.
Yeah.
Steve Karlowicz, I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, Steve. A rendering engineer at Respawn was one of those who criticized DLSS 5's announcement on social media. DLSS 5, he says, this is a quote, DLSS 5 looks like an overbearing contrast, sharpness, and airbrush filter. Remarkably different frames with the rationale of photoreal lighting. Nah, I think I'll stick with the original artistic intent. Boom. Straight from the horse's mouth at Respawn, no less.
Yep.
We've already got somebody in the fold saying almost the exact same thing that we're saying. No, the original artistic intent matters. Intent here is the key word, and generative AI has its own intent, for lack of a better word.
Right.
That's the issue.
Yep. I think we agree. Oh man.
Well, John,
hey, just play your games and enjoy it, man.
Shut up and eat the slop.
Yeah, eat your slop, dude.
You'll play what we make and like it.
Shut up and play.
Disgusting.
Gross. Well, I think we've covered that topic there. I guess we'll just have to see where DLSS 5 takes us in the gaming future, and hopefully it will largely stay out of the way, I guess. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about DLSS 5 and that the technology just gets iteratively better.
Yeah.
And that the developers still can maintain the control over their artistic intent. But only time will tell. Who can say?
Yeah.
Maybe generative AI can tell.
Have you guys been following bit of a pivot here? Have you guys been following a game called 1348X Voto?
No.
Man.
I can very reassuredly say no.
Yeah,
No.
so this was like so it's like a knight in medieval times, 1348 Italy,
Mhm.
and she's like a lesbian that was a selling point, I guess, for some reason. And apparently the game came out and we have another victim of the internal bubble. First off, it looks terrible. And second off, it got middling reviews even from critics, who we know critics love to hype up games unnecessarily at times. But the reason I bring it up is that they I think have fallen victim to the internal study bubble harder than I've seen anybody fall to it before, because their player count never cracked 500 simultaneously.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the number that caught me off guard. I was like, I know people aren't going to play this, but some thousands of people are going to play it. Nope.
Like that's like their family didn't even pick up the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whoa.
100%.
Dude, like,
That's just really low number.
the Steam reviews are so bad.
I'm
So
sure.
bad.
Can you even read some of them on air? Probably
Yeah,
not,
sure I
huh?
can. I can.
Yeah.
No,
What
I
what
I
what do
can
we
read
have?
some of these.
What do the
First
people
one.
say?
First one, please don't buy this game right now. It's clearly unfinished. Game-breaking bugs are abundant. Texture issues are rampant. Characters are see-through sometimes.
Yikes.
Whoa. Another one is when we say that a game is bare bones, we mean this. If we have a chart for the most empty world, bad game mechanics, no doors to open, bad story, basically a slideshow with interactions, 1348 X Voto will win. No contest. Another one says,
Whoa.
I wanted to like this game so badly. Queer Knight swearing an oath, sign me up. But outside of the prologue, the combat is frustratingly stale and the environments are just empty. I really wanted to like this game, but I am sorely disappointed.
Damn.
I've yet to find I found a positive.
Oh,
Okay, I
what
found
does
a
it say?
positive. All right. 2 hours on record. A lot of reviews mention graphic issues or game-breaking bugs. I've experienced no major bugs yet, and the graphics at the very start of the game are a bit jank, but it smooths out almost immediately once you finish the tutorial. Story seems pretty cool, but unoriginal. Save the damsel in distress. It's pretty obviously a lesbian romance, which I'm here for. Game is linear, very limited exploration. The levels themselves are breathtakingly beautiful, gorgeous scenery.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Another
That's
one.
not
This one's actually this is
glowing
another.
per se,
This one's
though.
actually kind of funny. Peak lesbianism, but for the love of gods, please listen to the player critiques and fix the game. That one's funny.
Yeah. So a lot of the criticism here is that it's like historically
game.
inaccurate. Like the people who would be engaging in a same-sex couple in this time would be burned at the stake and yada yada yada. Well, it's fiction. Doesn't really matter, okay?
Fine.
I don't read it. That is neither here nor there for me. What I'm here for is that this was funded, I believe, by I don't remember who funded this, but I think it was a government funding project of some kind. And they're just releasing this subpar product. Clearly the reviews are showing that it's subpar. And I think that's one of the major reasons it's failing. It's like, guys, you got to finish your games. You got to spend time on them, man. Put some love and care. Put some TLC into it.
Yeah.
See-through characters are no good.
See-through characters is nuts. I can't lie. That's insane. That's it. Like
Probably
Cyberpunk
DLSS trying to render the character graphics and it just makes them go away.
just dies. Cyberpunk on release didn't have see-through graphics or characters.
That it reminds me a little bit about. Did you guys ever see Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda, when that came out?
No.
Oh boy. So there was this bug that's really funny to look at. You could look up some screenshots for it, but there's this bug where the eyelids didn't do what they were supposed to, and they just remained open the whole time. So you had these like all these characters that were showing and doing these emotional things and like trying to even just conversationally emotion standard, cadence that you would see inside a conversation looked really goofy because they just were like bug-eyed people doing these. And then of course you had the classic walking but in a T pose.
Yeah.
I love when a game
T-pose
T
goes
poses.
hard, bro.
Hey, John, you know what
T-pose.
I had to, you know what I had happen to me because I mistakenly installed Cyberpunk 2077 on a standard mechanical hard drive was a bunch of T posing. I had that happen quite frequently, and I was like, man, I thought this game wasn't supposed to be jank. Turns out I just put it on the wrong. Couldn't stream the data fast enough, but
That's so funny.
yeah, man, that's one of the reasons people are don't have too much confidence in modern games these days is the jank, and not in a good way, you know. Like if you take a Fallout 3, Fallout 3 is jank as hell, but there's some kind of charm to a jank game. I do love a jank game here and there. It's a wonder I don't like Dark Souls 1. I think it's because I'm bad at it. I'll be the first to admit that that's probably the reason I don't care for DS1. But hey, we all have our things that we like that are, you know, no good, so to speak. Do you guys
Yeah.
have guilty pleasure games? Well, actually, hold on, back up. I meant to say this earlier. I have a question, John. Can you please defend Dark Souls 1? Why do you like it?
So for me, I always thought the lore was really cool. Like I really like the Dark Souls lore. And
Mhm.
like so playing Dark Souls 3, that was the first game I played. And then I played Dark Souls 1 when the remaster came out. And I had played a little bit of Dark Souls 1 before previously on like a cousin's console because I didn't have one at the time. So it was cool to like, oh, I can play this now. And
Yeah.
also it's just stupidness, right? Like something as simple as like in the starting area, right? If you go down a certain particular staircase, you can fight Havel, which I don't know if you know who Havel is in
Oh
Dark
yeah.
Souls.
Oh yeah. No, is he
Hey,
he's the dragon's tooth guy, right?
yes, yes.
He'll crush your
You
face.
can, yeah, you can just walk into him. Starting area. Like the first main area that you're in, you don't watch where you're going. Oh, I wonder who this guy is with all this big armor. Oh, he's walking over to me. Is that a dragon's tooth? You have died. Like that just happened. Like that can just occur. Like you
God.
that'll just happen. So it's
The
like,
world is very much mean in that
yeah, and it's
game.
like even but you can also like you can get your get back, right? So like in one of the towers in that same starting area, right? There's a black knight that's just sitting on top of this super tall spire. Well, guess what you can do? If you're sneaky deaky, you can backstab him over and over and grind out and get you a very nice armor or weapon right at the beginning. So it's like there's give and take. I can go fight the Taurus demon and then oh, he fell off the map. Nice. I can just keep going on. Oh, is that Solaire? Praise the sun, brother. Like it's just I don't know. It's just an experience, you know. And then at the end of the game, towards the end of the game, you run into Solaire again, and it's oh no, right? Or like you fight Sif right after Artorias is there. I don't know. Like for me, I knew what the lore was happening, so I knew what I was doing as far as like story. So seeing some of these different characters, like seeing Solaire was so cool because when I was playing Dark Souls 3, you know, I had the praise the sun emote. I didn't know what it meant. So it's like I guess I had a little bit of a different experience in Dark Souls 1 where it's like it wasn't just like, oh, a Dark Souls 1, what is this? You know, and I had some context to it. So for me, I enjoyed playing it because I had a good time, just personally. Um,
Okay.
I it whooped my butt a lot more than Dark Souls 3 did. So that I mean, I went through a controller playing that game. You know, I'll first to
Oh,
admit it. You know, I did lose. I did lose a controller to it, but
wow.
you got to respect the game that can bring that out of you.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Okay,
So yeah,
I
I just
totally get that.
like
I totally get that.
I understand like Dark Souls 2 is probably the one I've played the least, and like I haven't played it enough to really have an opinion on it because I played it so long ago that I don't even
Mm.
really remember much. But Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1 are the ones that I played the majority of. So I like there's just silliness to Dark Souls 1. like coming off of 3. But it was like I knew it was silliness because I knew what an optimized Dark Souls game was.
Yeah.
So like, for example, like the Cabra Demon on the stairs. Why the hell is there a random staircase in this narrow Walmart aisle of a boss arena? You know, like
Yeah.
just stuff like that. Like, it's just goofy.
Yeah. Totally. That fight is infamous.
Yes, it's
the-
so funny.
there's dogs in that arena, right?
Yes, just for no reason. Just
For
they're
no
just
reason,
there.
just sure.
Just
Though
they're just
arguably
there.
the worst enemy in every Souls game is the dog.
Is the stupid dog.
I
hate the
hate
dogs.
them.
Yes. Yes,
There's
but
actually a really funny thing in DS3. There are some areas where you simply cannot get away from the dogs. They like teleport to you,
they will
and
hunt.
it's really bad. I hate
Yeah,
the
and
dogs.
I will say, so playing Dark Souls 3, one thing that did surprise me is there was a level of beauty in Dark Souls 1 that I was not expecting.
Okay.
So like, for example, when you get to Enter Orlando for the first time,
Hmm.
and you see that city of
Yes.
light, and
Dude,
you see
yes.
like all of these god rays, and like you're walking up, and or even when you're in the woods, right, and kind of the starting area a little bit, like where you fight that butterfly, like you're just in this beautiful just green landscape. Like there were times in
Mm.
Dark Souls 1 where I found myself doing the same thing I would do in Dark Souls 3, where I would literally just stop wherever I was, and it would just look around, would just look at like the view, so to speak. So I don't know. I think that game, it spoke to me a little bit in the way that Dark Souls 3 did. So for me, I really I like Dark Souls 1 is all right with me. It's all right in my book.
Right on. I get that. I really do need to go back and sink my teeth into that. I think maybe when I get to another Souls like craving, obviously I'm on a Doom kick right now, but I'll pivot at some point. I'll ring the internet of as many wads as I can and get frustrated at Doom at some point and be like, you know what, I need to get frustrated at something else.
Yeah.
And Dark Souls
That's
1
right.
will be there for me.
Dude, one thing that's crazy that's happening with FromSoft is Sekiro is getting an anime.
What?
Ooh.
I
Yes,
didn't know that.
they're making a Sekiro anime.
Okay,
And
that's sick.
I'm hype about it because Sekiro is peak. So an anime about it is also probably gonna be peak.
That's right in your wheelhouse, dude. It's called Sekiro, No Defeat.
Yes, it's peak.
Mm,
It's
that's
peak.
sick.
Like I watched the trailer for it. It looks really good. The
I felt
animation
like
style,
Sekiro was an anime when I played it. You know what I
dude.
mean? It
Like
feels
I know.
very much in that vein.
Sekiro
Um,
was, man, playing that game was insane.
that's one
Coming
that I
off
never
like,
finished. I need to go back and
dude,
finish that one. That's a good one.
like we talk like if we look at Souls games, right? What should be the redheaded stepchild is Sekiro, in my opinion. Like they have yet to make another game like that, and I don't know if they will. And it's such a hard pivot from, that
Yeah,
lineup of games. It's
that
crazy. Like you have a grapple hook, bro. You can grapple.
yeah, that's
Crazy.
right. You could like and just
Dude, you
like
can
launch
like
yourself over there.
parkour. Like it's completely different game.
Yeah, they first introduced jumping in that game. That was the first time you
Yep.
could jump.
Just
I think
off rip.
I think Bloodborne was actually a pretty hard pivot too when they dropped that one. You know what I'll bring it back to the dogs for a second. You know what I like about Bloodborne's dogs is that they are weak to blood tinge. It's one of the attributes that you can level up. And your gun does pure blood tinge damage. So when you shoot them, they fall over and just like you could just go up and take care of them. Like there's a solution. They've given you a solution for the dogs.
Blunderbuss.
Yes, blunderbuss them. Blunderbussin. Heyo.
I'm excited for that anime.
Yeah,
It's
that's gonna
pretty,
be legit, dude.
and I don't know, it's pretty cool that like FromSoft's getting that, like, because you look at some of the other gaming developers that have had just content made CD Project Red, Naughty Dog. You see all these. I don't know. I think it's cool that FromSoft is getting a bit more of a mainstream. I guess. I don't know, publicity. I don't know if that's the right word, but some sort of exposure. Not that they need it, but I think it's cool that it's Sekiro of all of their games that's getting that.
Yeah, that's neat. I would love to see a Bloodborne anime. I would be behind that.
Same.
Like
Same.
the Castlevania anime, that gothic
Yes.
look plus.
And I've seen that at its peak. That anime is really good.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. I've
Didn't
seen
know it
a
was a
lot of little
game.
clips here. Oh, that's
Didn't know it was a game.
I love how young of a gamer you are. I'm admittedly I'm getting there. But I just love that you're like, oh, this was a game? Neat.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? I just thought it was a vampire anime.
You should go back and play some old Castlevania. Like, check out Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest on the NES.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's something else. It did a lot of different. So, Simon's Quest was interesting because it introduced, I think, don't at me, but I think this was the first example of a day-night cycle in a game. There's a day-night cycle in an NES game, and it's in Simon's Quest. Isn't that nuts?
Man. Yeah, because it's funny that you mentioned that, because I remember playing some of my DS games, and there was never a day and night cycle.
Yeah, it's always one or the other.
It's just inside outside.
Mm-hmm. There's actually another NES game that's really, admittedly, not that good. It's called Monster Party. It has a similar, like, it's not day-night cycle, but it has like an alternate version of the world that you can drop in and out of. The first level it's really apparent. You get to the specific point, and then it cuts through, like the graphics flash a little bit, and then you get this like disgusting, grossified version of the world. It's really goofy and not that great, but Simon's Quest did the first day-night cycle that, like,
I like that.
It's cool. Timed as well. So yeah, you should definitely check that out. But if you're gonna play Castlevania, Symphony of the Night is the one that everybody likes. That's peak Castlevania from what I've understood.
Symphony of the Night.
Oh yeah. There's Symphony of the Night of the Night, and there's also another one. I like this one as well. The title, it's called Rondo of Blood. I think that's so sick.
Whoa.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out. And there's also been a recent release, semi-recent. It's probably 5 to 7 years old now. It's called Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. That one came out, and it's a love letter to Castlevania. So if you like any of those Castlevania games for any reason, check out Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. That one's in that wheelhouse for sure.
I will say I do have a top 3 retro games that are on my list.
Oh, let's hear them. Now we're talking.
These are ones that I want to play. I haven't played these, but I want to play it.
Okay.
It's just 3 so far, really. It's Half-Life 1, 2, and then Deus Ex.
Bro, that is a great list right there. It's awesome,
dude, and it's on sale. Both Half-Lives are on sale, like $2 right now.
Why haven't you bought them? You have to.
I just noticed they were on sale.
Yeah, Steam sale kicked off.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, the spring one.
Yeah,
Steam sale.
A lot of stuff's on sale right
Looking
now.
great.
Tread lightly, gentlemen. Tread lightly.
Oh God!
I swiped my card during the podcast.
Tread lightly. No, you didn't.
What'd you buy?
So there's this game called Outward, and Outward Definitive Edition, and it's a like co-op. I don't think it's like a survival It's okay. So it's like an RPG. It's just a classic RPG, but there's some survival aspects in it. But the major like thing that I was wanting to purchase this game for is the co-op, because Macy and I over the weekend we were wanting to play some sort of a cooperative campaign game, and this is like probably the strongest contender that we were having. We didn't end up purchasing it because like the non-sale price was $40, and I was like
$2 now.
Yes, that's why I bought it. So I I got the game and I'm excited to play it. It has it's like mixed reviews. Like some people love it, some people hate it. It's not a very forgiving game. It is
I bought it.
Yeah. For $2, dude. Come on.
That's less than the price of a
$2.
cheeseburger at McDonald's. I mean, come on,
$2.
You can't even get anything out of a vending machine for that. Come on,
bro. Facts.
So anyway, it's like a survival RPG. It doesn't have a super thick storyline from what I understand, but like go on an adventure, be a adventurer and kill stuff and level up and play RPG and do it with a friend the whole time. The co-op is really pretty cohesive from what I understand.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of sales, bro. This is bad.
No, it's bad. It's bad, John. It's really bad. I know.
It's really, really bad. No, you're wrong.
The next one will be Red Dead Redemption 2. We will be purchasing that.
Oh, you're gonna bite the bullet?
So well, it's on sale for $15.
I mean, you have to.
Dude, did you see the new Dooms on sale for $23?
Dark Ages?
Yes.
Brother, I'm telling you.
I'm trying to save money, okay?
Yeah, no, this sale is scaring me, bro. I was like, oh
Doom Eternal, $10. I already own it, but wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Devin, you should see if Doom 2016 is on sale.
Good question.
It is $4.
Oh my god.
$4.
$4
for a peak game.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
I don't know, Devin. You should add that to cart.
It might end up in the cart when Red Dead is being purchased.
Just like when like you try to sneak something in when you're at the grocery store with your mom.
It's just in the cart, dude.
Just a little.
No.
Already. I don't know how. I don't know how it got there.
I might as well. What am I gonna go put it back on the shelf?
Cashier already scanned it, Mom.
Insane, dude. It's so funny, bro. But yeah, that's did you just
all right, I bought it for you, Devin. There you go.
I saw
Wait, did he just gift it to you?
Yes, he just
Bro made an executive business decision.
Look, for $4, I've already sent you the Doom wads before. You have to play this game.
Yeah, now I have to play it. Okay,
now you have to
install it now. Hold on.
Pump the brakes. It's a pretty large install.
Okay.
It's like 70 gigs. It's huge. I don't know if that's gonna your bandwidth is probably fine, but I didn't know if that mattered for your like drives or anything. Oh wait, what am I talking about? You got some killer hard drives going on, don't you?
Yeah.
He's good. Okay, my bad.
I recently invested.
I'm projecting here. That's my drives are like full and I need to figure out my storage situation. It's bad, guys.
Dude, yes. I will say $4 for a 66 gig game.
That's a lot of gigs per dollar.
That's a lot of gigs per dollars.
Yeah. You're going to have a blast with it, dude. It's a lot of fun. It's a good adrenaline pumping game and it's really good for blowing off some steam. So have at, man.
Amazing.
All right. Yeah, no problem, dude. Of course. I think that's actually going to wrap us up for the show. That's a good note to end on. I think friends buying games for friends, and talking about how our wallets are going to be a little bit lighter. Yeah,
gigs to dollars
ratio. Always love that. I'm gonna go ahead and kick off our closing tune. I just want to say a big shout out to Regal Fire. Thanks for hanging out in chat, and I see you guys. All of you other folks that are in there that are so quiet, that's okay. We love lurkers just as much as we love the people who talk to us.
We love some lurkers.
We thank you so much for being here. This, of course, has been the one and only podcast where we talk about video games, and we had a blast talking to each other. And oh no, the song died. Oh well, that's all right. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and send some love out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, there's the song again. Oh, we get the build up. Great. Hearts, always. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next time.
Umbrella fight.